I just didn't prepare.
Oh,
Okay, and we're live.
nice. Couple of cars on the up already. Mr. Norms and J11.
Yeah, Mr.
J11
Norm is
will.
really never really strong in qualifying.
Yeah, it's not really a strong point. Usually does quite well in the races. Had a couple of points finishes this season. Usually quite unlucky. Had a interesting time of it in Baku. But hopefully he has a nice clean race today.
Qualifying?
Looks like a lot of cars going out on the medium tyres. A couple of guys on the soft tyres as well.
I think the medium is going to be really tricky. Never really worked out.
Yeah, the mediums might be the better race tyre. The soft is quicker, probably over one lap, but it just degrades so quick in the race. So mediums might be the best tyre to start with, but with only 11 drivers, uh, you're almost guaranteed to be in the top 10, aren't you?
Yeah.
So
Maybe some people aren't even going to set a lap.
yeah, that's a possibility. I mean, choking position is very important here, but with only 11 drivers, you can make up a few positions at the start.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Norms comes through sector 2 in the Racing Point, rebranded for Aston Martin in real life for this year. So, a purple in sector 2 for Mr. Norms. 2 corners to go now. The ultimate corner, long left-hander. Now the final corner, another long right-hander. Open the DRS, up to the start finish line. 1:16.2. 8 tenths quicker than J11. It's Mr. Milne's provisional pole for the moment. As a 2-2 goes quicker, 15.3. F. Lewis, P2, 15.6. Yeah, okay. Banter Brandon, purple in sector 2 in the Mercedes. Coming up towards the penultimate corner. Bit of oversteer on the exit. Now into the final corner. Long right-hander. Squeeze the throttle pedal on the exit. Open the DRS. Up towards start finish line. 15.0. Pole position for the moment. As Savkov Abjan and TSM Daniel yet to set a time in this session. Banter Brandon setting the pace for the moment.
There seems to be some lag on stream. Can't really do anything about that at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, not much we can really do about that. Hopefully it still sounds alright. And 12 and a half minutes to go in the session.
Quite big gaps.
Yeah, there are. There's not, 3 tenths between the front two, Banter Brandon and 2-2. And Sirax in 8th, 127.8. Surely that is his best effort. Shadow in 7th, 17.4 on the medium tyre. There's probably quite a big difference between the medium and soft tyre, maybe half a second, maybe even more.
Especially in qualifying.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't really think he's going to improve.
Only 2 cars out on track at the moment, J11 and Shadownav. Down in P6 and 7, they're nearly getting each other's way. Nearly, yeah, P6 and 7 for the moment.
That might go to the stewards.
Yeah, that's a bit of an interesting one there. J11 just slowing down and running Shadownav's way a bit. See if there's inquiry about that one after. Although they were out on slow laps, so there might not be much point in investigation. A couple of cars now on out laps. Matutu and F. Lewis. Mr. Norms and Jazz. J11 starts his flying lap. P6 at the moment, 1:17.0. His quickest time, 2 seconds off pole position. Let's see what he can do on this second attempt.
Especially compared to last race, which was a short circuit, of course.
Yeah.
But there are really big gaps.
Surprising, really, on as J11 invalidates at turn 4. Yeah, it is surprising, especially on such a short circuit. Hungary, nowhere near as big as Spa or Singapore or anything like that. To have such big gaps, it is quite surprising.
Well, it's of course a really technical circuit, so
yeah, true.
Way more than Bahrain short last week.
Yeah. It was nice to see Bahrain short, even if it wasn't the outer loop. The paddock circuit is still pretty good. And F. Lewis is on a flying lap at the moment, 3/10 up, just attacking the chicane.
Yeah, seems to be a good lap.
Looks nice and smooth so far. And he's 9/10 up, purple in the middle sector. As TSM Daniel goes quickest, 14.8. On the soft tyre. Let's see. The Tutu goes quicker, even still, 14.7. And now F. Lewis over the line, goes P1, 14.4. Great lap to snap provisional pole. 8.5 minutes to go. As Abjan just about to start his flying lap on the medium tyres. Abjan heading into turn 2, downhill left-hander. Now up the hill again towards turn 4. Quick left, 27.0 for the first sector. Now turn 5, long right-hander. Now get it straight for the chicane, quick right-left. Looking good so far for Abjan. No mistakes. And that is 54.3 in the middle sector.
Also on the mediums.
Yeah, it's looking very good on those medium tyres.
Yeah, you can always try, of course.
Over the line. 16-2.
P6. Wow,
I'll repeat that.
really
On the
good time.
mediums. Yeah.
Last week was his
Hungary.
first race, and he immediately showed that he had some pace.
Looks like he's continued it this weekend in P7, P7 for the moment, or P8 now in qualifying. Decent lap on the mediums. But F. Lewis leads the way with a 14.4. 6.5 minutes to go. 3 tenths ahead of a 2-2. And TS and Daniel in P3. Right, Banter Brandon is on the flying lap. He's in P4 at the moment. Onto the pitch straight. With P2, 14.7, just ahead of a 2-2, and 3 tenths away from F. Lewis. See if he can improve on that 15.9.
Now he already improved.
Oh, okay.
Went up by 1 position. Don't know if he's happy with that. P8 on the mediums.
Yeah, he might still got enough time to put on a soft tyre if he wants to have another go. But
How much quicker is the soft tire?
I'd say half a second, maybe even more. Around maybe 4 to 6 tenths, something like that. Maybe a bit more.
So he could definitely get in the top 5, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say so. Very impressive time on the mediums. And yeah, if he wants to put on a soft tyre, he's still got time to do it. And he's coming in this time, maybe, for a set of soft tyres.
As we take a look at Daniel. Brilliant race last week.
Yeah, he's done pretty well in Tier 2 so far.
Yeah, he's first in the championship. But he goes in.
He even did a Tier 1 race in the USA. Scored a couple of points, so certainly one to look out for. He's P4 at the moment at Hungary in qualifying. It's like a 2-2 is on a flying lap as well. He's purple in the middle sector. Bit of a lock up into the right hander. Just 2 corners to go now. Another
lock up.
See, 1 corner to go now. Long right hander. Squeeze the throttle pedal. Open the DRS up to the start finish line.
1:14.4.
14.4 even. Just ahead of F. Lewis, who is on an outlap looking to respond. Very good time from the Renault driver.
I think Arjen is in a lap. On the softs.
They're attacking turn 2 at the moment. And now easy factory turn 3. Diagonal straight for turn 4. And he's up 3 tenths up at turn 4. Looking good for Arjun. Now into the chicane. The right left.
Really difficult.
Yeah, very difficult.
And easy to get track limits.
Yeah, this circuit is very difficult with track limits, especially turn 4. He's up again, 7 tenths up.
Almost 8 tenths.
Flying is the Alfa Romeo driver. 2 corners to go. No lock up from the
Don't
left
think
side
it's
into
going to
left.
be enough for pole position, but you never know. Over the
Over the
line.
DOS. P3. P3. Decent effort, 14.5.
Behind his teammate, Lewis.
It's a decent lap that. 10th off pole position. And if it stays like that, he's in a very good position for the race. And it looks like they'll all be starting on the soft tyre as well. Don't think anyone's opting for the medium. As F. Lewis snatches pole back, 14.1, 3/10 ahead of the rest. With just over a minute to go in the session. Jason Daniel on a flying lap at the moment, coming towards the end of sector 1, and he's a 10th up.
That will put him in P4.
And TSM Daniel, 2/10 up in the middle sector. Purple in sector 2. Shadowab gets out the way nicely. Now 2 corners to go. A couple of long radius corners on the final corner. Smash the throttle pedal. Open the DRS. What can he do? Over the line. P2.
P2.
Gets
3/10 off.
Puts into contact. That brilliant lap from F. Lewis. 14.1.
With 3 seconds left, it seems like F. Lewis takes pole position.
Brandon's just about to finish his lap, smashing the throttle pedal on the exit of the last corner. Goes
P2, ooh, so close.
Can't do anything about F. Lewis. And that might be your lot for today.
Arjen is in the lap still.
Arjun up in the first sector. Bit of traffic. Oh, he touched the curb. Kips it together.
No, this ain't going to be an improvement.
He lost a lot of time at turn 5. So easily done. Touching that grey
Yeah.
on the inside.
It's a miracle that he saved the car.
Yeah, definitely. Nice car control. And what is the time at the end of split 2? 2/10 down.
It's not even that bad after that mistake.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pace this weekend. Now, 2 corners to go. Can he salvage anything? Final corner. Hug the barrier on the inside. Up towards start finish line. Goes P5. Stays P5. And that might just be that.
Yeah.
F. Lewis with a 14.1 on pole. Banter Brandon 14.2 and TSM Daniel 14.4.
I think that's the top 3 in the championship.
Yeah, all 3 of them look very good so far this year, and well, they've carried their good pace into Hungary. And here is qualifying results then. F. Lewis, P1, Banter Brandon, 2nd, TSM Daniel, P3, 2-2, P4, Arjun, P5, Abjan, P6, J11, P7, Shadinab, P8, Mr. Norms, P9, Sirax, P10, Savco, P11, no time set.
And surprising is the fact that everyone starts on the soft tire.
Yeah, it is quite surprising. I thought that at least 1 or 2 of them will start on the medium, but let's see. Maybe they know something we don't. Maybe it's raining in the race. Maybe that's why they started on the soft
Yeah.
tyre, but certainly it was a very good qualifying session with F. Lewis coming out on top. And it's dry for the race. It looks like. At the start, anyway.
It starts.
Hopefully we can have a good race. Created some good racing in real life as well over the years. For 2019, Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. 2014 and 2015 were pretty good, and Jenson Button's first win back in 2006.
It's lights out and away we go. F. Lewis decent start. Seems to be ahead.
Brilliant start from F. Lewis. Leads into turn 1 ahead of Banter Brandon and TSM Daniel. And no contact in turn 1 with F. Lewis leading into turn 2.
No real overtakes.
Yeah, Savkov got past Sirax, but that looks about it. As into turn 4, very quick left-hander. Now turn 5.
And you already see, same as last race, Cyrex just doesn't have the pace to keep up.
Yeah, it looks like he's struggling a bit, struggling to hang on to the back of Savkov, who is the only one to start this race on medium tide. Let's see how that works out for him. 35 laps in this race.
Can be very big later on.
Yeah, could be. If he hangs on to these medium tyres, he'll have such an advantage in the last 10 laps or so. But F. Lewis leads at the end of lap 1. Banter Brandon closing in. Both been using the overtake button. TSM Daniel in P3, Abjan P4, and J11 P5. Let's see what Banter Brandon could do about F. Lewis. These two started on the front row. Very close between them in qualifying, just a tenth in F. Lewis's favour. And well, it looks like F. Lewis just got enough to hang on for the moment. The chicane for the second time. Looks very congested back in the midfield with Arjun in a 2-2 and J11 having a scrap as J11 already picks up a
in the second lap.
He'll be really struggling with time penalties if he keeps that up at the end. Arjun all over the back with a 2-2.
And right now the tires are still fresh.
Yeah.
Later on, when they just die off, it's going to be even more difficult to avoid track limits.
Definitely. Especially on these soft tyres, they do degrade quite quickly at this circuit. And especially with the high fuel load, it just compounds the issue. But they should be coming in fairly soon, probably before lap 10 at least. Maybe even before. As Sirax really struggling at the back of the field already. 5 seconds away from Savkov.
Ooh, yellow.
2-2 is out. Crash with Arjun, safety car deployed.
Savkov still driving. Does he still have a front wing?
Arjun has no front wing.
Savkov does.
Tutu is out, and safety car deployed on that. So that is a disaster for Argentina. We don't get any replays or anything. It'd be interesting to see what happens. As the leaders hit Lewis Mappa Brandon, all coming in. Oh, as Jim struggles to slow it down for the limit line. Medium tyres going on. TS and Daniel, and probably all the rest of the cars. TS and Daniel got held up savagely in the pit stop.
But this is big for Sevkov. On those mediums, has track position now.
And that gamble of not taking a time in qualifying, well, it's paid off big time for him. Just 4 laps into the Grand Prix.
Yeah, still pretty fresh mediums.
Yeah, still pretty fresh. Only a few laps old. Sirax, for whatever reason, staying out on the soft tyre. Let's see if that works out.
Yeah.
Shadonab on the hard tyre. Strangely. Maybe
Well,
you know
not really strange. I think it's a good tire here.
Yeah?
Not in terms of pace, but in terms of overheating the tires, which is really easy.
Yeah. It's a good point. It might be slow initially off the restart, but the guys on medium tyres might be struggling a bit more than the guys on the hard tyres.
Well, at least it's guaranteed points as Cyrex comes in for a pit stop. Hello?
Quite an interesting restart when the safety car comes in. It's these days you can't pass into the start-finish line. However, the start-finish line is quite close to the final corner, so you might see a pass or two into turn 1, and Savkov will have to be awake, defending from F. Lewis. We have 30 laps to go here.
Don't really understand why Cyrex waited to come in.
Yeah, that's quite a strange decision. He could have gained something if he came in with everyone else, but yeah, it looked like he struggled for pace in qualifying and in the opening stage of the race. So maybe he could make something work for him as he locks up the right front, warming the tyres. But let's see if he makes something work.
Safety car in this lap.
Savkov furiously warming his tyres. F. Lewis really alongside the Mercedes.
I think he wants to go on the throttle as late as possible.
Yeah, really way up until the start-finish line. Similar to what you might see in real life. Minimising the distance of the straight, and it looks like Savkov has gone right about now.
Tires were looking a bit cold there. Lewis not close enough.
Yeah, not close enough for the move as Sirax already lost a lot of time. The guys in front has missed the norms, go to a half move on Shadowlab couldn't make it work. And there's already
Battle
a
in the
big gap
midfield
between
here.
them and Daniel.
Iron trying to overtake J11.
Let's see, can he do anything? Maybe into the chicane if he's feeling brave.
Went a bit over the curb.
Nearly lost it there, Mr. Norms coming out of turn 5. He's all over the back of Shadowlab. Might go for a move up the inside. Should get it done. Bit of contact.
Yeah.
More contact, gets it done.
As you said, Shadowlab is really struggling right now in the hearts.
Oh,
Ooh.
bit more contact with the house. As Syrax makes another mistake. Yeah, these hard tyres really struggling. Even Abs. Oh, safety car again.
Well, that was quick.
That was very quick. I was not quite sure what happened.
We might be here for a while if this is the rate
Yeah.
of safety cars.
Yeah, I think the maximum limit you can have is 6 safety cars, as Syrax comes in yet again. Maybe for a front wing change. Yeah, we could be here for quite a long time tonight. But Savkov still leading, and very soon we'll have a second restart to deal with. Syrax leaves the pit lane on another set of the mediums.
Yeah, he's just not.
Last.
He's just not good enough so far.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, you're right. He has really struggled. He has.
And not only this race.
Yeah, in previous races too. He yeah, maybe not the required level for tier 2. Looks like he puts a lot of steering lock into the corners as well, which is quite odd to see. Yeah, he has been really struggling. Not today, not just today, but as you said, in the previous races. And Savkov riding the throttle and the brake at the same time there. Maybe to warm the brakes. And he's
and the engine to stay at on a straight.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
He's really going for it, Savkov. Heating up his tires.
Yeah, he's not taking any prisoners with that one, but I guess any advantage you can find, you take it. Yeah, slap 8 of 35. Savkov leading ahead of F. Lewis, ahead of Banter Brandon. TSM Daniel lost a place to Abjan in the opening stages. F. Lewis currently holds the fastest lap 1:19.3.
Penalty for Syrax during the safety car.
That's quite odd. That is very odd. Yeah. Not sure how hard he was pushing to catch up to Shadowlab, but probably pushing a bit too hard. Safety car might be coming in this lap.
Oh! Lewis almost loses the rear.
Oh.
Well, heating up his tires.
Luckily for him, he kept it together. Safety car is coming in this lap. This is F. Lewis chomping at the bit.
Yeah, looking on the inside. Staying close.
Let's see. Then Savkov drops the hammer. And waiting a bit longer this time. Around the final corner.
Yeah.
He's gone about now.
He's closer than last time.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
immediately yellow again.
not quite close enough to make the move. He's lost the
Ooh.
Keeps it together.
On the outside line here. Wow.
Go round the outside, he's done it. Brilliant move.
Really good move.
And now Banter Brand Southcott even might be coming back in the before. No, he's not. Brilliant move from that first. Daniel Ricciardo did a similar thing in 2014 as Banter Brandon takes P2. Terrible restart from Southcott, losing 2 places in just half a lap.
Looked like the team order.
yeah, it did seem a bit like that, didn't it? Southcott didn't defend from his teammate too much. Now Banter Brandon, see if he can do anything about F. Lewis. And
Also Daniel really close.
See if Daniel can get past Savkov. Now in the final corner, need a good exit. Hug the barrier on the inside.
Did we have DRS yet?
Not yet. It will probably come in next lap. End of next lap. I think it's 2 laps after a safety car. It enables. So Daniel really putting the pressure on Savkov. Banter Brandon on F. Lewis. Not sure what happened to Abjan at the restart. I think it was him who caused the gap. He's down in 10th, half a minute behind Sirax, who probably won't be too difficult to overtake. But looks like he lost at the final corner on the restart.
Yeah.
But he had some good pace in qualifying, so with 25 laps to go, he might just be able to catch up a bit.
Well, he is in the points, so.
Yeah, he's still in the points at least. And he's actually set the purple first sector. Banter Brandon sets the fastest lap of the race.
So he does have the pace. Daniel really close. It's not impossible to overtake, but
yeah, it's certainly difficult. Definitely not impossible, but we need to be a bit brave, maybe around the outside in turn 2, which might be the best chance of overtaking along with turn 1. There isn't really an opportunity. Apart from that, maybe the chicane if you're close enough. As Abjan sets the pass, like he's definitely got some pace in the racing point today. And he's already taken
yellow Cyrex. Yeah, Cyrex is out.
Sirax out.
Virtual.
Another stoppage. Still very important. Try and keep some tyre temperature and keep the delta to a minimum. If you can gain a bit of time on the guy in front.
Nobody into the pits.